in Woburn. I'm your host, Samantha Stone, and there is so much to be grateful for this season of Thanksgiving. We've got a lot of things going on across the community that we're going to talk about today. And first up, as always, is Mayor Concannon. Welcome, Mike.
Hi, Samantha. How's it going?
It's good. I'm really glad that you're joining me today. There's a lot of stuff going on around the community, and one of the things is you did a little cameo in the musical last week, Elf, which was a really fun show. Is that your acting debut, or do you have some acting experience we didn't know about?
Kind of, sort of. So this was the Woburn Memorial High School musical, Elf the musical, based on the movie everyone knows about, the Christmas movie with Buddy the Elf, which is one of my favorites. So I did have a cameo where I had one line, and I can tell you I was nervous the whole day, hoping not to mess up the line. I think I did okay. Gave me a whole new appreciation for all of the kids, cast and crew, but certainly the cast and all the lines they have to keep straight. They did a phenomenal job. Everybody did. It was such a top-notch professional performance. I really enjoyed it, and I guess I kind of enjoyed my part, even though I was nervous. Back when I was in high school and I first started dating my wife, she was involved in a few of the plays at Woburn High. So a couple of times I went to pick her up after rehearsal, and one time I got roped into a very brief role, probably about as many lines as I had the other night, as a Confederate soldier in Gone with the Wind. Um, didn't really make it far, I'd say off Broadway. But I guess that was my acting debut. But so I've got two under my belt now, and maybe it's time to get my card for the
That's
for
right.
Broadway.
I love it. That's fantastic. And they did do a fantastic job. The folks who were on stage, the folks doing the lighting and production and all the things that go into making it work. It was a really fun show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, I tell you, it was flawless. They know what they're doing, and the kids throw themselves into it, and it was really, really good. I was so impressed.
Yeah, I agree. It was great. This is Thanksgiving season, and I opened the show saying that there's a lot to be grateful for here in our community. One of the things that I'm grateful for is that my Thanksgiving grocery shopping is finally done. I took my life in my hands and I went to the grocery store the Saturday before Thanksgiving. It actually wasn't bad, but I've got all my recipes lined up, and I have a little timing map. This goes in the oven, then with one oven, you're juggling a lot of things. Makes me think about some of my favorite dishes. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Well, I'm a traditionalist. I love the turkey with all the fixings. It's funny because we don't have turkey a lot at my house, but I so look forward to it. I start thinking about it probably right after Halloween. So we're traditional turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes, corn. Amory makes a really nice uh, cheese broccoli casserole, one of my favorites. So I really look forward to that. I always save room for that. Another funny thing is I don't really drink apple cider all that much, but on Thanksgiving Day, that's what I want. And then, of course, we always wrap up with my favorite custard pie. So I think that's been the menu probably all 36 years of our marriage and maybe beyond. So
I love it. It sounds
pretty,
fantastic.
pretty predictable, pretty boring, but it's what I like. And it's nice to have the whole family around. They all pretty much like the same menu, so it works.
That's great. I have to admit, I've been trying to get rid of a couple of side dishes that like only one person eats in my house. But I'm vetoed every year, and I finally gave up doing that. And
Yeah.
I make it, and then the person who loves it eats it for many days after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was going to say we always have the leftovers. We probably have another meal or two, and then the sandwiches, and then probably about 4 or 5 days later, I've had enough. I don't need to be thinking about turkey for a few more months.
Exactly. My favorite post-Thanksgiving food is actually stuffing waffles. You literally just take stuffings and throw them in a waffle iron, and
Hmm.
then you put butter on it. And I like to throw a little bit of fresh cranberry sauce on it. I'm telling you, it is like what stuffing is all about is the next day at my
I've
house.
never ever heard of that. I should say that I am not a fan of cranberry sauce. That's the one traditional item that
Yeah.
I will not eat. But no, I've never heard of the waffles.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's worth it. There's something, they're crunchy on the outside and soft and gooey. All right, you're making me hungry. I'm gonna stop
Hmm.
talking about Thanksgiving food because I don't have access to dinner for a couple hours, but I'm looking forward to it. We do have, for those in the community who don't have plans or might be struggling with food or just don't have folks that they're going to be having a meal with, the restaurant every year does an incredibly generous gift to the
Yep.
community. People can go there on Thanksgiving and have a really fabulous lunch. So I'm encourage people
Yep.
to check that out if they need to.
No, it's so nice of Peter and his team to put that on. I'm not sure how many years they've been doing it now, but it's certainly become one of Woburn's traditions, and it's a free meal open to anybody who would like to join them. If maybe your family isn't around at this point, maybe they're out of town, or maybe there's some issues preventing you from just being with your family. You can certainly go in there and share a meal with others. And I've stopped in a couple of times now to meet with Pete and just to thank him for what he does every year. So I'll stop in again. Thursday morning is packed full of stuff here in Woburn. Everyone has usually a traditional breakfast meet up somewhere in the city. I know all sorts of groups do that. We have one with my friend group. Then of course we have the football game, and then I'll make sure to stop by Pete's at the restaurant after the game before dinner, just again to thank him and his team for everything they do for our community.
I love that. I think my family needs to have more service clubs. I spend most of my morning saying, get out of the kitchen, get out of the kitchen, I'm busy. No, you can't have that. No, you can't have that. That's for Thanksgiving, but
Yeah, that's how
it's a
our
lot of
breakfast
fun.
tradition started. Actually, it was me and a couple of my buddies were sent away with the young children to keep them occupied on Thanksgiving morning, and then it just morphed into a bigger breakfast gathering. And it's funny, I run into people all over the city who have a similar breakfast gathering, and then they head to the game, and these rituals that just perpetuate. They're a lot of fun.
They are a ton of fun. Thanksgiving is actually my favorite holiday because it's all about food, which I love, but there's
Yeah,
also just something about coming together and sharing a big meal and talking, and it's just a lovely day. Whether, sometimes I've got family from afar. I've got one of my kiddos who can no longer come home for Thanksgiving because of their work and distance from where they live, and so we do a little video chat and at least get
yeah.
them included that way.
We have another ritual we do at my house the day before Thanksgiving, and it goes back to 30 something years ago when the kids were all running around and Emery was trying to get everything ready. The day before Thanksgiving, I would take them and climb Horn Pond Mountain. So we've actually been doing that. I think it's probably 32, 33 years in a row now, and we haven't missed a year. One year we did it on Thanksgiving morning for scheduling purposes, but I'm looking forward to that again. It's a quick jaunt up the mountain. It doesn't take very long, and we only stay for a little bit at the top. But it's just one of those things we keep on the calendar as a tradition, just to maintain, one more thing, one more time when we're all together.
I love it. That's a lovely tradition. That's a really good
Yeah.
one. I want to just talk quickly, just to remind people to obviously police, fire, emergency services. They don't take a day off. They work in the holidays. We're super grateful for those folks who do take those shifts. But just as a reminder, our general offices are closed on Thursday and Friday.
Right. Yeah. Thursday and Friday. Um, hopefully people can plan ahead. If they need business done in City Hall this week, they can get in tomorrow. Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, we kind of play that by ear and see what the crowd is like. If there's an opportunity to maybe let some folks get home a little bit early, we try to do that. But again, we kind of have to play that by ear.
Excellent. I did take the day off on Wednesday. So I'm going to be home with pie crust up to elbows and turkey stock and
Good.
all the prep stuff. I'm looking forward to it. One of the things that folks reached out about this week was yard waste. We did get a little bit delayed in our yard waste because there was a truck breakdown and some delays in where the waste management team has to go drop off yard waste. It's a little bit further away, and sometimes the line there is really long. And so I think as we're taping this, we should be pretty caught up at this point by the end of Monday when we're taping is our hope. There
Yeah.
might be a little bit of a leftovers tomorrow. But, we as a city, are always looking to improve the efficiency of our operations and wanted to ask you to give a little bit of an update on the yard waste. We've talked a little bit about it in the past.
Yeah, it's something that comes up, and we understand the frustration on the part of residents. You put your trash or your recycling or your yard waste out, and you pretty much expect it to be gone when you get home at the end of the day, and 99% of the time it is. Every now and then, for various reasons, there's a glitch, and we try to avoid those. We try really hard to keep it moving smoothly, but sometimes it happens, and we can understand that people might be frustrated. So we feel the pain, and we're trying to work on it. We do have a status meeting with our vendor, Waste Management, next week. About 5, 6 months into the contract now, it's a time for us to touch base with them. We could talk about what's working well, what isn't working so well, what things we need to focus more on. So that's certainly one of the things we're going to be talking about, any of the glitches that may have occurred and what else we can do to prevent them from happening, or maybe get the word out a little better when it first occurs so people can be prepared. And we'll be talking with them about all aspects of the contract to make sure that we're getting our bang for the buck and to identify any opportunities for things to work better. But yeah, the yard waste issue, one of the things we talked with them about when we were developing this contract was trying to find a location here in Woburn where Waste Management could perhaps drop the yard waste instead of having to travel so far, which would certainly speed up their efficiency and save some money. So we are working right now with Waste Management, with members of the city council and city government on identifying a location, prepping a location, and then trying out that location to see how it works and whether it does in fact save some money. So that's another thing we'll be talking with them about. We think we're almost ready to kick that off. So I think at our meeting next week, we'll nail down some particulars with them and hopefully roll something out. So initially what you'd see is the Waste Management trucks, when they do their monthly pickup, they'll be able to drive to a location in Woburn, dump there, and get back right out again to pick up, the next round. We do think there's efficiency there. And then potentially, depending how that goes, there could be an opportunity for residents to bring their yard waste, maybe on a Saturday morning to this location, and not have to wait so long between yard waste pickups and not have to stack bundles along the side of the road. So we're taking it one step at a time. Obviously, we want to make sure it works for everybody. We'll do a pilot program and see and learn from that. So hopefully we nail down a lot of these particulars when we meet next week with Waste Management.
Great. Thank you so much. Before I let you go, I just, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, wanted to give you an opportunity. I know you've said in the past you're grateful and honored to be the mayor of our city and our community here, and wanted to give you a chance to just sort of little share your wish for us as we go into the Thanksgiving season.
Well, I am very grateful for the opportunity to be the mayor of the city of Woburn, my hometown, place I've lived my whole life, very near and dear to my heart. I'm very appreciative. Almost a year in now. It's been one of the best years of my life. I've really enjoyed working with everybody here in the city. I can't believe how quick the year has gone by. So much more to do, but really enjoying every single day. I guess my message would be, I'm like everybody else. There are plenty of times when I start to dwell on things that maybe aren't going as well as they should be and lose sight of all the wonderful things that are going well and all the blessings I have. So I think Thanksgiving is a perfect time to just pause for a second, focus on the things that you have and all the blessings that you have, and maybe downplay some of the other things that really aren't that important, but we tend to let, take a more significance than they deserve. One of the things we do at our house, and my grown children aren't big fans of it anymore, but we do it anyway. We try to go around the table and just say, what am I thankful for? And if nothing else, it causes you to pause for a minute and understand that you should be thankful for things, that there's plenty of things to be thankful for. And maybe your perspective could be tweaked a little bit to focus on those positive things. So, I mean, Thanksgiving's a perfect time to do that type of reflection. So I guess I'd suggest that people consider doing that.
It's funny that you said that. We haven't usually verbalized that, but there's usually a place somewhere on the table setting and somewhere in my house where you can write down the things you're grateful for, and they form a poster or a picture. Sometimes we've done them
Yep.
on feathers, whatever it is. And as I was going, taking out things to set the table, I found some from when my kids and my nephews were much younger. And
Mhm.
they did have, so let me just say that they did have some serious things they were grateful for, family and things, but they also were grateful for pants, and they were
Yep.
grateful for, all the things you would expect middle stage boys to be grateful for. And it made me smile, thinking about the things that they actually really did care about that were serious, but also the funny little things that they thought they were being silly with. And it,
Yep.
it put a big old smile on our face.
Yeah, I get a few of those in my family as well. It's probably 60-40 goofy and serious, but again, I think just taking a moment to even ponder the question has some value.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining as always. And I'm very grateful for not just the chance for us to work together, but you come on every week here and we get a chance to talk about what's happening in the city. I really do think it's a privilege to bring folks up. And next up, we're going to talk football. And Angel and Dylan, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. We had the pleasure of having some happy faces in City Hall last week as the team came in and had a chance to meet with the mayor and share your joy. You had an amazing season. Dylan, tell us a little bit about what it was like to play on such a great team.
Uh, it felt really good.
It
Like,
felt good.
yeah, I
That's
was
awesome.
I was supposed to be on 11U, but my dad kept me back, and I wanted to go on 11U, but he kept me, and then yeah,
It's a good decision, right?
it was a good decision.
It was a great decision. What position do you play?
I play nose guard and on defense, and on offense I play
Tackle.
tackle on the right.
That's fantastic. Coach, what was it like to spearhead and lead these team this year?
It was awesome. I was kind of on the fence this year. I was going to go up to U11 and coach with the U11, and then when I found out the amount of kids that were coming back on the 9U team, I knew it was going to be we're going to have a successful season because a lot of the kids that are 9 and 10, the fourth graders are very talented. So I was like, I'm going to do it with the 9U, and we had a great run.
That's
So
fantastic.
it
Well,
was awesome.
congratulations on an amazing season.
Thank
Coach,
you.
if there was anything that, if there are parents out there who are interested in learning more for their kids and their students, where can they learn more for next season?
They can come join Woburn Pop Warner. It's on the Facebook page. There's a website on online too. And usually I coach flag too, so I try to pull kids from flag football and have them throwing some pads, and it's been a nice run.
That's fantastic. Dylan, any advice for kids who are looking to, would you recommend they join a team next year?
Yes, join Woburn.
That's right. It's got to be for Woburn. Well, congratulations to both of you on an amazing season. Really glad that you could join us today to celebrate the hard work that went into it and share a little bit for those who might be interested in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Next up, we've got Neelam from Sahili, who has an incredible event coming up. Thank you for joining us. You guys have been newer to Woburn, joined our community not that long ago. I mean, you just came from Burlington, but we're thrilled to have you here now in Woburn and do incredibly important work to support victims of domestic violence. And we're really glad that you're here. You have an important fundraising gala coming up. Tell us about it.
We do. So we do this gala every other year. We did one in 22 and now it's 24. And it's happening on 1st of December at Crown Plaza. It starts at 4 o'clock and finishes since the Sunday, so we decided to finish it by 9 o'clock. And so I'm looking forward. We already have close to 350 to 380 people coming. So it's going to be one of the best galas that we have held. So I'm really happy and thrilled. We were thinking that Thanksgiving weekend nobody will show up, but I was really surprised how people are just calling and saying we want to be part of the gala. I think it's a message that we are delivering to people that really is making them feel that they need to be part of this gala.
Well, I'm very excited for you. That's wonderful to hear. It is an important time, and I think Thanksgiving makes us think a little bit about how to give back. And so you're presenting a fun way to do that. Why don't you remind our audience how the funds that are raised at the gala are used?
So the funds that we are raising for this gala, normally it goes to our survivors. It is housing, legal, food, anything that our survivors need. It is used for that.
Excellent. Well, you're in good company that weekend. We have the Festival on Common on Saturday. We have the gala on Sunday, so people can do really have some fun and give back in multiple ways. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about it. Where can people get tickets if are you still room for folks at this point?
Actually, we had closed the ticketing almost a week back, then we opened it again, so we just closed it on Saturday. I don't think we can fit anymore at Crown Plaza, so we are all sold out.
Well, congratulations for being sold out. That's amazing. I hope it's an incredible event. We can't wait to see pictures of it.
We would love to. I wish a mayor was coming. Samantha, are you coming? I thought you were invited.
I am planning to come, at least coming. Yes, I'm definitely planning to come for at least part of it. And I can't wait to see. I didn't realize it would be so many people. So that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you again. Thank you so much. Thank you, both of you. I think we are so thrilled to be part of Woburn. You have made us feel so welcome that you open up the town hall for us. Anything we need, you guys are there for us. Dipali is your contact, but she is in love with you, Samantha. And thanks for coming for the Saheli walk. Anytime.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it. And now you made me blush.
Because every time I need something, you said, I'm going to call Samantha. So she just thinks that you are really top notch. Thank you.
Well, thank you. You guys are top notch, and you've been an incredible part of it. And in fact, you're joining us for our December 5th Volunteer and Resource Expo that's happening at the high school, and I'm thrilled. There are an amazing set of more than 30 organizations are joining us. People can come do incredible things. They can help decorate wreaths for cancer patients. They can do bookmarks at the Friends of the Woburn Library table. They're going to be doing exciting things with you guys. We even have our substance use coalition will have drunk goggles. People can see what it's like when you drink, how your vision changes. Just and a lot of great things, and we're grateful that you're part of that as well.
Thank you, Samantha. Can I say one more thing? When I was hearing my mayor talking about the food, so my Thanksgiving, let me talk to you about that a little bit. Our Thanksgiving, I have been in this country for last 45 years now, so I have seen everything, but I do Thanksgiving in my own way. Instead of doing turkey, Mayor, I do lamb. Okay, we cook lamb. So that is one of the things my kids want, really. And then, of course, my daughters were born and brought up here. They do the American stuff. I do my Indian stuff, and they do American stuff, and we enjoy all of it.
That sounds amazing. Lamb would be a lovely thing. We always do lamb at Easter. So it is one of my favorites as well. So, it sounds wonderful. Just before I let you go, you got to tell me now, because we started talking back about food. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dessert?
I'm a great cook, but I don't bake anything. So my daughter makes it's a crumble cake that she makes. I don't know what she calls it, and it's delicious. She puts cranberry in it, and she makes there are pieces that I don't know what's it called. I'm sorry, Samantha, I forget the name now. But she makes this cake, and it has pieces in it, and each piece has nuts in it. And I'm a nut lover, so I have to remember what it's called. But
don't worry about it. It sounds fantastic, even without the name. Thank you for joining us, and I'm very excited to see you at the gala.
Thank you so much, and thank you for inviting me today. It really means a lot to me. Okay.
Excellent. Bye-bye.
I'm going to leave now, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And we are going to end our show talking about something really fun. Megan, welcome from the Woburn Public Library.
Hi, Samantha. Thank you for having me today.
On Saturday this past weekend, there was a really fun fashion show that happened at the library. I was thrilled to be able to come and check that out, and it was a nice way to look at a new art form and see how there was some gorgeous, stunning things, and made me think I really need a pop of color this holiday season. There were some things that were gorgeous, bright orange and blues and all kinds of things. I don't know if it made you feel as badly about your wardrobe as I felt about mine leaving there, but gave me inspiration.
Certainly, no matter how nice your wardrobe is, there's always some piece of glamour or some exciting new design to just make it a little better. She definitely had a lot of great ideas, and you could see it. And the models were having so much fun, the audience was having so much fun, and then when everyone's having fun, it just makes it that much more special.
Yeah, it was really great. It was a nice way to think about adding a pop. So, and the library, of course, has lots of things that you support, and the creativity, the local business community, our residents. And one of the things we want to support at a library of all places, of course, is our authors. So you have a local author book fair coming up. Tell us about the event.
Yes, we do. So the first Saturday in December, December 7th, from 2 to 4 p.m., we're having a local author book fair holiday edition. We usually have a local author book fair that kicks off our summer reading. It's a great thing. Everybody wants to be part of it. We love meeting with the authors. So it's like we were looking for other opportunities to do it as well. It's like, what would be better than right before the holidays? So it's a great chance to meet the authors, get to hear their stories. We're going to be serving tea and cookies and hot chocolate, so enjoy some fine tea with your authors. The authors actually are going to have individual teas at their stations that represent them and their books, and it's another way to connect and just make it a little more interesting and personable. And it should be a good time. There's going to be raffles. There's going to be arts and crafts. It's going to be a whole extravaganza.
I love it. And books make great gifts. I was
True.
I was actually really surprised that my 24-year-old asked Santa Nana to get a subscription to Audible for them for some books that they were really looking for. And I was like, hey, that's a parenting win. Now the books may not have been my choices, but I was really glad to see that art form and that content form is so valuable to them even today. They're out there looking for that.
Well, if you're looking for audiobooks, we have plenty of free ones available through the library. So we have Overdrive, which has lots of free audiobooks, and Hoopla as well. So lots more besides Audible.
I love it. I think that's fantastic. And it's a good reminder for all of us that those resources are there. So, can you tell us a little bit about any of the authors that will be at the book fair?
Sure, we've got 10 of them coming, all live in Woburn or very close by. So we have Jean Freeman, who was a former teacher at the Clapp School. So she wrote she wrote a story about one of the students at the Clapp School going on a field trip to Horn Pond and learning about the local flora and fauna there. We have Maria Vetrano coming. She recently just published a book called Queen Bess, which is what would happen if Queen Elizabeth I came to the world today and took over as president of the United States, and what would it be like in that kind of what if scenario. So it's very creative and clever. We have Nora and Emma Oliver coming. So Nora Oliver is a life coach, and she is very involved in the Woburn community. So she's coming with her 7-year-old daughter to present a book that they wrote together called Mommy and Emma and Mommy. And it's a really heartwarming story about bonding with your child. And there's a lot of, so we have 10 authors in total. And we're also going to have an additional author coming, Gary Braver. He's an international bestseller for mystery and thriller fiction. He's coming for his own event on Tuesday, December 3rd at 7 o'clock. So he's going to be doing his own event as well. So we have lots of opportunities to meet lots of authors this year. They're all going to be selling their books. Excellent Christmas and Hanukkah presents. I hope to see everybody there.
Excellent. It is books make wonderful holiday gifts. I'm glad that you're doing this. Thank you for helping us get to know those folks. Those of us who watch the show know Nora Oliver because she helped teach a class during our job fair, which we were grateful for. She volunteered to do that. And so I'm excited to see the book that she and her daughter have created, as well as all the other authors who are doing really fun things. Excellent. So do people need to sign up ahead of time, Megan, or can they just kind of come by on the 7th?
Not at all. By all means, just show up. It's all our crafts are while supplies last, but we got a good supply. We have tons of authors and tons of books, and most importantly, tons of food. So come on over.
Fantastic, Woburn. Hopefully you're going to have an opportunity this Thanksgiving to reflect back on all the amazing things that are available to us in our community. I feel really lucky that we have so many resources here to help celebrate and bring joy and have fun, and also resources that we'll be sharing at the expo for those who might need a helping hand up. I know many people during the holidays have sometimes have challenges with gifts. There's a couple different organizations in the community who can help you get gifts for whatever holidays you celebrate, if that's something you need for your children. And so if you're looking for those resources, there's lots of opportunity that people can reach out to me directly and I'll connect you to those organizations. So with that, I want to say thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a wonderful, heartfelt day with belly laughs and lots of good eating. And please continue, Woburn, to take good care of each other.